Enjoy smiling while you still can. From a social worker who used to be like you.
To this day, this is the comment that is the most memorable to me, and it was left on a TikTok I made about a good day I had at work. I remember at the time thinking, yikes, sorry that you're sad, but that doesn't mean I have to be. A few months down the road, my whole life revolved around my toxic first job post-grad, and at the deepest point in my drowning, that was the comment that echoed around in my head. Enjoy smiling while you still can. In the burnout that I was in, I wasn't sure if I could still smile, and I was less than a year into working a 9-to-5. I'm glad to say that now, in my years working a regular, full-time, certified emotionally taxing job, I've learned a lot better how to not only survive, but truly thrive, even while at a job that emotionally drains you. This week, I'm telling you what I wish someone would have told me.
I was quietly protective of my heart to reassure that I couldn't break to pieces and be left alone once more. If you hadn't been so patient, you'd be easy to ignore. You put up with all my bullshit till you didn't anymore. And now I stand here calling at your door. Oh, now I stand here calling at your door. Yeah, I'm yours, anywhere you want. Yeah, I'm yours, and now we're singing. I have been too self-involved, been protective of my feelings, but somehow you made me fall. You got underneath the surface and you shattered every wall. And I know I got that feeling, there's no question anymore. And now I stand here calling at your door. Oh, now I stand here calling at your door. Yeah, I'm yours, anywhere you want. Yeah, I'm yours, and now we're singing.
When I was in grad school, one of the things that brought me so much joy I would look forward to every time was getting my FabFitFun box in the mail full of full-size items that I had picked myself. I don't know if I've ever been as excited for a sponsorship, but that is why I'm so excited to tell you that I am now a FabFitFun partner, and I would love to show you the items that I chose for the spring 2025 FabFitFun box. If you're not familiar, FabFitFun is a subscription service. You can either pay seasonally by the box, or you can save money by getting an annual subscription. Every time that I always renewed FabFitFun, I would get my annual subscription because I love saving the money. And whenever things were tight as a student, I couldn't always afford to get fun, beauty, lifestyle, fashion items to try out just all of the time. So FabFitFun was a perfect way for me to affordably get to try these items. If you aren't ready to commit to annual and just want to try a seasonal box, the boxes are $69.99. But if you're a subscriber of mine, you can save 20% by using the code ANNAB when you check out. And if you're ready to save extra money and go full annual, you'll get 4 boxes in a year for $219.99. And if you use the code ANNABGIFT, you also get a free gift that's valued up to $200. If you don't want to have to do the math, the annual rate is about $55 per box instead of the $69.99 that a seasonal is. So in my spring box, I can't even decide what order to go in because I'm very excited for it all. How about these? I got the Sachu lip liner stains. They sent both the colors mauve and pink. These stains retail for $24. I have honestly been seeing them all over TikTok, and I was convinced already. And then one of my friends came over and she was using one of these, and so I was like, I know, I do need to try it. I do need to try it. Next, we have this Maison Louis Marie perfume. It's number 4. It retails for $65, which is more than what you're paying per box if you get the annual subscription. I was so excited to try this perfume because perfumes can be expensive to just like commit to without knowing if you like it. But this one, the top notes are sandalwood, cedarwood, mid has some nutmeg and some cinnamon, and the base is amberwood. It is different than any perfume I've ever gotten before, and I have been really loving it. And let me re-emphasize, you could pay for this perfume on its own for more than what the cost per box of an annual subscription is, where you get 5 other full-size items that you choose as well. Anyways, next is this Love AJ Hennis necklace. This is something that I honestly would have never purchased on my own just because I don't know if I could justify the money. It is $80 and it is beautiful. And I know I just said it, but it is $80, which is more than the cost per box of an annual subscription. I really just think this is so so pretty, and I am excited for an occasion to wear it, or to wear it every day. Next, we have this Desi Skin Overnight Moisture Mask. This retails for $48, and I'm very excited to try this one. I just recently got a chemical peel. I hope you can't tell. If I get too close, you will be able to see that I am dry and peeling. And so I do need extra moisture, and I've heard great things about this Desi mask. Next, we have this Trina Turk picture frame. I think it is so funky and cool. I'm planning on getting a little wedding picture printed out and putting it on in here. This frame retails for $38, which again, I would have never purchased for that price on its own if it weren't for the deal that comes with getting it in a FabFitFun box. Last, but most certainly not least, is this Topicals Slick Salve Mint Lip Balm. This typically retails for $16. And to be honest with you, I have not tried it yet. It took so much patience to wait to show you everything I got before I just integrated it into my everyday, because I've been so excited. Yeah, I like that. Safe to say, I really like that. Thank you, FabFitFun, for partnering with me. Truly, through college, through grad school, I got FabFitFun. I got a roommate to get FabFitFun. My mom got FabFitFun. We love FabFitFun in this family around here. If you are interested in getting a FabFitFun box of your own, or 4, or more, as the years go on, I don't want you to miss out on the deals that you can get. Remember, use Anna B Gift to get a free gift with your annual subscription purchase, or use Anna B to get 20% off your first box with a seasonal subscription. This is a great way to support my channel while also really benefiting you. Thanks again to FabFitFun for sponsoring this video. I'm not just a girl, I'm a girl with a juicer. Today on the juice docket, pineapple, apples. What was the pineapple apple pin? Do you remember that thing? Nope, that's okay. We've got carrots. Was gonna do mint, but they did not have mint at the grocery store. Lemons, maybe just 2. The instruction manual is right over there. Okay, wait, I do love this because I was wondering if it was gonna be, you can see yourself. I was wondering if it was gonna be able to juice greens, and I think it will. Basket, ooh, dishwasher safe.
Yeah, but since it's so sharp.
Well, I think I think this part maybe comes out. I'm not positive. One thing though, no fingers around here if it's plugged in, just in case. Before first use, disregard packing, place motor on a flat dry surface, ensure juicer is switched to off and power cord is unplugged, filter bowl on top of motor base, align arrows, done, done, done. Place juicer cover over filter bowl, like so. Like so. Slide the food pusher down the food chute like this.
Of my heart to reassure that it couldn't break to pieces and be left alone once more. You got underneath the surface and you shattered every wall, and I know I got that feeling, there's no question anymore. And now I stand here calling at your door. Oh, now I stand here calling at your door. Yeah, I'm yours, anywhere you want. Yeah, I'm yours, and now we're singing. And now I stand here calling at your door. Oh, now I stand here calling at your door. Yeah, I'm yours, anywhere you want. Yeah, I'm yours, and now we're singing.
Carrot, apple, ginger, lemon, pineapple. To me, Sundays set the tone for the week, and I try to just think of like fun things that we can do that aren't too stressful. I try to save stressful things for any day but a Sunday. And so that's why today we tried out the new juicer, which I have been looking forward to so much. I'm so, I'm so excited to be able to juice things. I love juice. In college, I worked at a juice bar, so I just like juice all of the time, and I drank juice all of the time, and it was incredible. But then like when you're not at a juice bar, you rarely juice because it didn't make sense to have a juicer through grad school or anything like that. But it was on our wedding registry, and we got got as gift and I'm loving it. And then pretty soon I'm about to make hot chocolate a fancy way, not just a packet. Zach saw that there was a hot chocolate recipe on the side of little Hershey's cocoa powder, and it was a time that he was by himself in the grocery store and I'd asked for hot chocolate and he couldn't find the actual just like Swiss Miss packet, but he did find Hershey's cocoa powder, and on the side it has a hot chocolate recipe. And so he got like all the different ingredients for it, which also was just things like vanilla extract and sugar. Like, it's not complex things, but he got all of those things. And so now that's how we make our hot chocolate while we have that. And so I'm gonna make 2 cups of those, and then we're gonna sit on the little chairs that we have outside and just drink our hot cocoa. I have been wanting to read kind of all afternoon, but I keep getting distracted watching Modern Family. And it's been like, I'm not being hard on myself about not reading that much, but I do know that in order to have the habit again, I need to make the habit again. And it's not just gonna happen by itself. Like, I'm not gonna be into a book if I'm not reading the book. I have to read the book in order to get into the book. So after our hot chocolate, I think then is when I'll read a little bit. But we do wanna get to bed early tonight because we have been waking up early, and that's gonna continue into this week. But I'm really excited to vlog this week and take you with me through the whole work week as we just continue talking about like how to take care of yourself in the framework of a job, especially if that job is like a helping profession type job that it can be extra hard in, because I have not always been perfect at it, but I do really like my life now. And I think a lot of that is because I'm able to live a life that I'm cared for and I love. The part of self-care discussion that irks me so bad is when people who are struggling are told they need to do more so that they feel better. If your life is going through the ringer, one of the least comforting things to hear is what you already know you should be doing, especially when that thing just feels impossible. I want to challenge you to think of it differently. Caring for yourself does not mean taking a bubble bath at the end of a hard week, though it could. It does not have to. Truly caring for yourself means loving the life that you live. If you don't love something that is within your control to change it. If you don't love something that is not within your control to change your mindset. Find something to love about it. Today is a super regular day for me, but I'm loving it because it's my day. I used my little skincare and makeup products in the morning. I wore my outfit that I picked out for myself. I put on my cutie little shoes I wear every day. I went on my own personal commute with the people, the cars, and the sights that I get to see every day. My office, my job that I used to only dream of, this is my monotonous routine day that I'm living, and I'm loving it.
Beats are good.
Have you reclined in these?
Mm-hmm. I'll recline right now.
All the way? You've gone full zero gravity mode?
About there.
This is zero gravity mode. A little less conducive to eating dinner, but it feels great on my back. So Wendy had these chairs that I would tan in summer. Today was honestly so good. It was such a good Monday. I accomplished 2 things. I killed 2 birds with 1 stone, as some may say, because I actually used the gym that is physically in the hospital for the first time ever. I was sitting at my desk and I was like looking at all of my patients, knowing that I was going to want to chart review for all of them to see like what happened over the weekend or get to know new ones. And as I was sitting at my desk, I was like, I literally have a laptop and a portable and like could be like a little work from home girly with their walking pad, but like at the treadmill that's in the gym that's physically in the hospital. I blew my own self away with that idea. And so I grabbed my laptop, I headed to the gym. It was a little precarious, not gonna lie. I had to basically just like be holding the laptop as I walked, but I got a lot of walking in. Like I did about 30 minutes with that chart review session, and then I came back later whenever I was typing notes and did 30 more minutes. And so I had the goal of walking an hour today, but I thought that was going to be when I got home tonight, but I got it all done during the workday while still working, which just felt great because then when we got home tonight, I could help Zach cook, and it was a really good dinner, and now I just feel great. And it's like 6 p.m. and I can sit on the couch, my little booty on the couch. I'm leaving my laptop over here on the desk because that's how I keep getting distracted whenever I'm wanting to read, is that I start watching something or doing something else because it's easy access. So I'm gonna leave this over here, sit my booty on the couch with my Kindle, and get into my book because it is almost due at the library. And I know you can turn your Kindle on airplane mode, but I like need a deadline to make myself read it. And then I also have the goal of writing some thank you cards today because we do need to do that, and I've kind of stopped my progress there. So good night. Improved mood, reduced stress and anxiety, improved sleep, increased self-esteem, improved cognitive function, increased sense of control, better coping ability, sense of purpose and pride, positive body image. Before you yell at me or internally groan that another person is telling you to move your body to take care of yourself, please know that I am not going to try to convince you to wake up at 4:55 a.m., drive to the gym, and lift weights. Everybody enjoys wiggling their body in different ways. It does not matter how you wiggle your body, but it does matter that you are caring for yourself physically. You'll be living in your body as long as you're alive. Be proud of it, love it, see what it can do. Today was a super busy day at work, but in a good way, to where I was like on my feet, I was running around. It made the day pass really quick. I will say the one downside, and this is like so selfish, like this is not like actually a testament, like ignore the fact that I'm saying this, but I was kind of hoping that today would be a chill day because I have my book is due to the library today, and I was like, oh, maybe I'll have some downtime since I've been busy lately. Maybe I'll have some downtime and can read. Today was not the day for reading at work on break, but just kind of like a little walk through the day. Whenever I got in, I started chart reviewing, and I noted that there was a baby who was not new, not a very, very newborn, that had been transferred from Savannah, and we're in Atlanta. So that's like kind of far. And I noticed that they were a twin. And so like those two things together, being from far away, transferring here, and then also being a twin, I was like, I should probably check on that family today, see if there's any ways I can help or support or just see what their plan is, all those things. And it worked out lovelyly because I actually got a consult for them. Like it was literally right in my head as I was like, maybe I should go check on them later. Then I got a consult that was like, please help this family, which I love the medical teams that I work with. I also feel like I get consulted like appropriately and well, which is just so fun whenever it literally happens at the same time. I'm like, maybe this family needs social work. And then at the same time, the medical team is like, maybe this family needs social work. So I went and saw them like kind of first thing in the morning, which ended up being great because there was a lot of things that I was able to answer questions about and just like generally help out with regarding like hospitalization and disability and social security stuff, and even just being like regular supportive presence. It was very good. And then a few other things I was doing today, I was helping coordinate like a transition meeting between two units. I was helping with FMLA paperwork. I had a lot of paperwork things going on kind of all at once, to the point to where there was a point in the middle of the day, I walked back in my office and I saw on my desk that there was just so many different piles of paperwork going on. I knew that that was not sustainable for me. Talking about like ways to take care of oneself, it was just like randomly in the middle of the day, I started cleaning out my entire desk basically to have less papers around, which did take a little bit of time, like maybe like 10 to 15 minutes, but it was kind of the moment of like, if I'm going to be successful the rest of the day, I need to organize this better. And so I organized it better, which helped me be successful the rest of the day. It was the perfect amount where I was busy the entire day and then was busy charting at the end of the day, but I got everything done and I got every note done, which is absolutely perfect. And let me show you there over here, we got new Fairlife packet of the Fairlife nutrition shakes that are 150 calories and 30 grams of protein per shake. We've been having those after working out in the morning, which are delicious. I love them. They taste like chocolate milk. But we have a concierge service at work, which sounds so fancy, which is why I talk about it. But basically, they'll do shopping orders for us, even from Costco. Like you don't have to have the Costco membership because they do. And we ran out over the weekend. So I placed the order yesterday. They weren't able to get it yesterday, but they were able to get it today. So we have that protein waiting for us. Silly as it is, having a good drink that I love, specifically this one that tastes like chocolate milk, I look forward to that. It's like I'll get through a workout because I'm like, I can have my Fairlife little protein shake afterward. It truly is workout motivation to have that. I know you can't see like very well what I'm doing down here below your line of sight, but Zach is going to be a little bit later today, getting back from the lab, so I'm going to start dinner without him. Yesterday when we made dinner, we did everything together. It was so cute, so fun. Today I'll start without him. I think he'll probably, I might finish before he gets back. That'll be a nice gift from me to him if I'm able to do that. It is a little salmon rice bowl that is tonight, which is going to be very good. And once I'm done talking to you, I have like 3 episodes, which is like 9 hours of Just Trish to catch up on. Trisha Paytas's podcast. It 100% is like brain rot a little bit, but also I do like her, and she has made a lot of personal growth in the past several years. So I'm planning on listening to Just Trish, doing as much of this little rice bowl as I can before Zach gets home, eating the little rice bowl, which I am also looking forward to, and then curling up on the couch and finishing my library book. Because too, it is really good. Like how I said that I wasn't going to get into the book until I actually like started reading it for real. I had a great span of reading last night, and it made me like excited and like want to pick the book back up again. It's literary fiction, so it's not like so enthralling, like so twisty, I need to know what happens, but it's like a fun little world to be in, and I care about the characters, and so I want to see like what happens with them. Trim in half cucumber lengthwise, cut crosswise in a thin half moon, add to the bowl, stir to combine, set aside. Perfect. You wanna see? Pardon me if I'm getting little groceries together as we talk. Zach's running late again, so I'm gonna start on dinner. But today's little topic, wait, this is gonna be funny if I'm like going out of frame. I apologize, forgive me. Today's topic that I had come up with as like what we were going to discuss for our little self-care week was rest. Because rest is so important, and like down deep in my heart, I know that and I believe that. But as I was trying to come up with what to actually say about rest, I could not come up with anything, and I think it kind of opened my eyes to the fact that I've not been that nice to myself when it comes to rest lately, just like in the mental speaking to self way, to where if whenever you are resting, you are spending all of your mental energy like feeling guilty or talking to yourself negatively about the fact that you are resting, that is not restful. Like you don't come out of that feeling recharged and like more ready to go. You just come out of that feeling guilty and then like behind on the things that you're wanting to do. So as I was trying to come up with like what I was even going to be saying about rest, it occurred to me that a couple years ago, like maybe 2 years ago at this point, I had made a video about rest, and it's called How to Rest Well, and I go over the 7 types of rest in it, which is funny because watching that video now, like I watched it to do some like research for my own self, I was so blown away by the things that I was saying in that video as if they weren't coming out of like literally my own mouth. Like I was acting surprised at the great truth that I was speaking. But there's such an aspect of like whenever you need rest, you need different types of rest. Like you need your physical rest, your social rest, your spiritual rest, your all of those mental rest, sensory rest, all of those things. And if you need rest in one of those areas and you're not getting it in that area, then like it doesn't matter the other types of rest that you do. You're not gonna feel well rested. And I feel like, I don't know, I'm sure it's different for different people, but I feel like one of those that is a common villain for all of us is like the mental rest. Because if you know you need physical rest, I feel like that is what people most commonly do. You're like, oh, I'm gonna like lay down, but you're not mentally resting. Like whether that's your own dialogue to yourself, you're not being kind to yourself about the rest, or you're still thinking through all the things you want to do, or you're like laying on the couch, but you're doing something mentally stimulating, even if it's doom scrolling, or even if it's watching a favorite TV show show something, like you're doing something to where your brain is working, you're like not gonna come out of it feeling fully rested if you need mental rest and you're not getting it. Quinoa, then spices. Or if you're in need of spiritual rest, which I talk more in depth about that in the video, that it's not necessarily like, that doesn't mean religious rest. That means like your connection to your sense of purpose and like the world outside of you. If that's the kind of rest that you need, then like laying on the couch or mentally recharging isn't necessarily going to help. And I think that for speaking back to people who are social workers or in helping professions like me, spiritual rest is one that is like a very common source of burnout, because even if you are physically rested, like you're laying around, like you get home from work, you just can only lay on the couch and then go to bed and then wake up and go to work and then come back and lay on the couch. Like obviously that's not a healthy routine, but like you're physically rested in that scenario. Sometimes you can even be mentally rested, but like you can be emotionally drained, and then emotionally drained for a long enough time that then you're spiritually drained. Like you don't feel a connection to what you're doing, or like a connection to your sense of purpose in this world, or feel like you're fulfilling like what you're meant to do here. And that's a big burnout feeling. And that is not a fun way to feel, must I say. Sorry for getting motions like this. This camera is cool that it does this. I've never used this back and forth before. But all that to say, I was kind of planning on being like super inspirational today and talking about how literally my title for today was Rest is Productive, and I was gonna like be telling you how the things that I do for rest like are productive, like I need this rest in order to keep doing the other things that I'm doing. And then it kind of occurred to me, I was like, Anna, what do you mean rest is productive? Like it does not have to be productive. It does not have to be productive in order for it to be like valuable or to be something that you should do. Like that's like the antithesis to everything that's like healthy when you're talking about rest. Like you rest just because you need it, and like you don't need it so that then you can go do more things. It's just like you rest because you love yourself and like you're living, and you are not obligated to just like keep going at every single moment in every single day. Like it's not just a tool to then like bounce off and do more, even though functionally like it can be that. Like rest does not have to be productive. Rest can just be rest, and rest just being rest doesn't mean that it shouldn't be prioritized. Like you should be prioritizing it more, most likely. And if you feel like you don't deserve it, then that's a whole nother thing. Like, yes, you do. But sometimes I think having the kind of mindset of like rest is productive can help make that jump from I don't deserve rest, I need to be doing things, thinking like, okay, rest is productive, can like force you into rest until you feel comfortable simply just taking care of yourself, and taking care of yourself because you deserve it and because you're worth it. So yeah, no like great like montage-y, here are all the things I do to rest. Because I'm not saying I'm awful at it, but I was just like, I don't think mentally I'm in the same space that I was when I made that previous video, where I felt like that was like really healthy and like a good message. And I feel like this one I was trying, and then I was like, I really need to work on this, because I was trying to come up with like, why do I rest? Like, why is rest good? Or like things like that. And I couldn't come up with words to say, because I think that maybe deep down I need to like convince myself again that rest is good, but it's just hard. And there's like a lot of complicated things to kind of like dig around when it comes to that maybe you feel too. I don't know. Comment and let me know like what your current opinion is on rest, and what you would like your current opinion to be on rest, if those two are two different things. But I'm gonna make dinner. You've been able to see me. You haven't necessarily been able to see like all of the ingredients that I've been getting out. I'm gonna make dinner, and we are resting tonight. Today's a rest day. I don't even think I told you that. We didn't go to the gym this morning. I gotta like sleep in a little bit, which was incredible. And that physical rest was productive, but that's not what gives it value. It gives it value because I am taking better care of myself by resting, because I deserve to do that. The name of the game today is finding reasons to smile in a day, and the good thing about this is that they can be humongous, huge, great reasons to smile, but also I feel like what is harder and what is usually more overlooked are the little reasons to smile in a day. Some things that have already happened today that have made me smile before I was awake enough to talk to you. I got new shoes for the gym, because the ones that I have been wearing are the ones that I got to start training for my half marathon back in like April 2023. So I trained for an entire half marathon in them, and then have like been treadmill walking and using them at the gym ever since, and they are falling apart. I thought that I could maybe push it a little longer before getting new shoes, but they like are literally falling apart. And so I got some new little shoes that were so fun. A reason to smile does not always have to be, please don't let it always be something that you bought, but that was kind of how I started the day. And then after the workout, we had our Fairlife nutrition shakes, which are just so yummy. I look forward to the workout so that I can have my little protein shake afterwards. So that was definitely a reason to smile as well. Not only that, I recently started getting the silk like sweet and creamy creamer again, which I love, and it had been a long time since I've gotten it, so my coffee is about to be amazing. It's hard to have a good day if you don't enjoy your day, and don't get it twisted, some days are just like ultimately not good, but that doesn't mean that there aren't good things in that day too. For example, yesterday, I don't really talk about it, but yesterday at work was honestly an awful day, just like in I really can't even go into any details, but I wish I could. It was an awful day. It was really hard on me, and it's like both things are existing at the same time, where like my heartstrings are getting pulled, and also there were good things in the day too. The balance is not always going to be balanced to where every day is a good day, and it doesn't have to be, but you can have a really bad day and there's still good things in that day. You just have to find them. So today, that's what we're focusing on, is we're focusing on finding them. The biggest thing that I want you to take away from this video is not necessarily a to-do list of things you need to be doing differently, but I want you to recognize that any line I said or thing I did in this video that maybe resonated with you about taking care of yourself comes from a place that you are already doing things to take care of yourself. Yes, we all have room to grow and to improve. I definitely do, and I would definitely keep trying to do so, but there are so many ways in which you are already loving yourself. Even the want to take care of yourself better is you loving yourself. So give yourself credit for the things that you are doing. But if you are feeling that you are lacking in some types of ways and wanting to get better, I want to encourage you to find the things that you enjoy in your life. Find the little reasons to smile that you can think of in your days. Think of the parts of your life that 5 years ago you would just be so impressed by. Think of the things that leave you smiling without realizing it. Maybe your cheeks are a little sore from how much you've been laughing. Maybe that's people, maybe that's places, maybe that's activities. Obviously, we have to do things in this world that we don't like to do, but you can still love yourself through that, and you can still take care of yourself through that. I'm sure that there are parts of your life that you really enjoy. How can you do those things more? And if one of those parts of your life is watching these videos, I would love it if you could like and go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Watch another video before you go. YouTube seems to think that you'll enjoy the one that is on the screen right now. I love you so much. Give yourself credit for all that you are doing to love yourself too, and I will see you next time.